Even if you don't know anything else, just listen to them. Try to get into their world. Most people who made a lot of money, they made their money in business. What are the 5 skills that could make you rich? Everyone wants to be rich, and most people don't become rich. Why? Because they are missing these 5 skills that I'm going to talk about today. Once you master these 5 skills to help you be rich, then you increase your probability of getting rich. The number one, let me get in like straight into it, right? The number one skill in getting rich is the ability to build trust with another person instantly. You meet another person, like imagine like you are in a situation where in order for you to influence them in any way, in your business, as a potential customer, you need to be able to build trust with that person instantly. And if you're able to build trust with another person instantly, then you are in the direction of becoming wealthy. The wealthy people that I associate with, my friends and my family and my clients who are extreme wealthy, they are able to build trust with strangers instantly. How do you do that? One is align with them, understand them, listen to them. Even if you don't know anything else, just listen to them. Try to get into their world. So learn the skill of building trust with another person, whether they are a person who's introduced to you or a complete stranger. Learn to practice that. Learn to practice building trust with people. That's number one skill that you need in order for you to be ultra wealthy, super rich. Number 2, persuasion skills. So if you are able to build trust with somebody and then you walk away, there's nothing there. There's no wealth there. In order for you to take your business to the next level, in order for you to accelerate your business, in order for you to be wealthy, you need to create value in the world, value in the marketplace. Most people think that they could be wealthy magically without doing anything. Something happens all of a sudden, next day morning, they're wealthy. Life is not like that. Business is not like that. You need to toil, work hard, and spend time and learning how to generate value into the marketplace, how to be valuable to the market for somebody else, solving some sort of problem for somebody, and identifying a problem through trust, and then solving that problem for them. And as you're solving this problem, it is really important for you to have the second skill that I'm talking about, which is persuasion. Being able to persuade another person to get what you're offering. Some people call it sales. Some people call it convincing. Some people call it influencing. But whatever it is, you need to be able to influence another person to decide in favor of you. Because in business, most people who made a lot of money, they made their money in business. My clients who make a lot of money, they made their money in business. In order for you to have any business, you need to be able to sell. You need to be able to persuade. So if you are able to persuade, then you have a business. And if you are able to scale up that persuasion, then you have a massive business. That is the second thing, second skill that you need in order to be super wealthy. Okay. So the third thing, in order for you to have extra wealth in your life, more richness in your life, the third thing that you need is learn how to create raving fans. So what does that mean? So most people have customers or clients. What if you have the commitment to create raving fans? So people who interact with you, people who spend time with you, people who are actually buying your product from you, from the trust, from the persuasion, and then they bought this product from you, and the product that they are buying, what if that product, the way you deliver that product, the quality of the product, the way you are packaging that product, the way you are communicating about that product, make them want to work with you forever. They are raving fans. Imagine the first time iPhone was released, iPhone 1 or something. And then everybody started saying, oh my gosh, there is this phone called iPhone. And then they have apps. And then you press on it. And then it is intuitive. And then you don't need to think about anything. It is automatically feeling what you're feeling. That's a feeling that you want to create. Instead of creating customers, create raving fans. So the trust that you built, the persuasion that you use to sell a product is converted to create a raving fan. Now you have a raving fan who adore you, who admire you, who would send more and more people to your business. Because your product is so good, you are so professional, you're delivering beyond what is expected from you. That's the point. You are much more closer to being super rich. Once you reach that point, most people, what happens is they start being lazy. They're like, oh, I have business. I could build trust, I could persuade, I have a product, and they stop innovating. They stop adapting. Your market is changing. Your business is changing. The industry is changing. So if you don't adapt in advance, if you don't adapt to the marketplace, to the new needs of your customer, then on the way of growing your wealth, on the way of becoming rich, this fourth thing, if you don't have it, then you might fail. What do I mean by adapting? Adapting is the ability to have the resilience to change as needed, to meet the needs of the customer better than anybody else. So what does that mean? Essentially, you're trying to be number one in your industry, number one in the world. Whether you are number one in revenue or not, you're trying to be number one in the world. So when your customers' needs changes, you need to adapt with that rather than be arrogant. Like imagine Blockbuster, they had like 2,000 plus stores 10 years ago, 8 years ago, right? And then what happened? They became bankrupt. Why? Because they were not willing to adapt to the new terrain. And Netflix had an opening to grow a now probably $450 billion company. Why? Because somebody did not adapt. So if you want to be extraordinary wealthy, ultra rich, then what you need to do is learn to adapt to the marketplace. And the final thing, this is probably the most important thing. In order for you to work, in order for you to be ultra wealthy, in order for you to be super rich, you need to work on yourself. There is this big saying by Jim Rohn, who was actually the mentor for Tony Robbins. And he said, if you work on your job, you make a living. If you work on yourself, you make a fortune. So learn who you are, identify who you are, work and invest on some sort of personal development programs or books, read books that will give you more clarity into who you are, what's your genius in the world. And once you have that clear understanding about who you are and what's your genius, then what happens is, then you are highly positioned to succeed to the next level. So in summary, there are 5 things that will help you, the 5 skills that will make you rich. Number 1 is being able to build trust with another person, whether it is a friend or somebody who's introduced or a stranger. Number 2 is persuasion skills, being able to persuade people to buy from you, to be influenced by you, right? The third skill is creating raving fans instead of customers. Create raving fans instead of customers. 4 is adapt to the needs of the customer, adapt to the needs of the market. And 5th thing is work on yourself so that you could create a fortune. So tell me in the chat, which one do you resonate most with and which is the skill? If you're already rich, and if you're already rich, which are the skills that you are using right now? Or is there something else that you have that you're using to help you be ultra rich? So I'm curious to hear about it. And also, what are you going to do in the next 24 hours? What are you going to do to take your business to the next level by using one of these skills? I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, Ruble Chandy signing off.